The Church Colonisation Land Society established the settlement of Chruchbridge in 1887 as part of an attempt to settle the area with English colonists, to bridge the incoming people with the church, hence the name Chruchbridge. The Bishop of Qu'Appelle lent his support to the colonisation scheme by appointing a clergyman to bring the ministrations of the church to the newcomers. 2 years later, the society provided a vicarage to house the resident priest and contributed £50 a year towards his maintenance. In placing the settlement where it did, the society understood that the Manitoba and North West Railway would make its terminus at Chruchbridge. Unfortunately, the railway company later decided to place its terminus at Saltcoats, 18 miles beyond. To diocesan officials hoping for a settlement of real earnest churchmen with a thorough good esprit de corps, Chruchbridge was a disappointment. Promoted as a Church of England colony, its inhabitants were really not church-going people at that time. Instead of a source of strength in the diocese, the congregation, despite receiving financial support from the society, had difficulty in making ends meet. Fundraising had begun to erect a place of worship, but such a goal was not immediately achieved. Services continued to be held in the school church complex. A purpose-built church was not opened until 15th of December 1901 and consecrated the following year. Prior to the appointment of a resident priest in April 1889, Church of England clergy had occasionally held services in the fledgling settlement. Religious life prospered initially, but by 1891 it was thought wise to place the Chruchbridge congregation under the more extensive and viable parish of Saltcoats. Lack of clergy during wartime led to Chruchbridge being placed under the rectory of Saltcoats in 1916. On 1st December 1971, it formed a newly established parish of New Sumner. And in 1979, the congregation of Chruchbridge decided to build a permanent church on its property. The metal structure was similar to the church building at Campsack. Since then, the parish of New Sumner, though reduced in the number of congregations, has remained steady as a parish, with mission weekends and Bible study groups and prayer and sacrament that have sustained them.